because it's quite bad here. But this is the Mars Bar Maxi, which you may remember I purchased approximately a year ago now, and it's all MOT'd and on the road and up and running after a long job. Hell of a lot to do to it, worse than we imagined at first, but we got there. My mate Vin up in Staffordshire has worked absolute miracles with the car. 2 new seals, tons and tons of welding, more stuff than you can shake a stick at, seized engine, exhaust, all new brakes throughout, new brake lines, clutch cylinders, master cylinders, brake servos, discs, calipers, pads, drums, the works, fuel tank, more stuff than I care to list, headlights, headlight bulbs, everything. This car was absolutely knackered. It may have looked good, but it was in a real bad shape. But she got an MOT, and we are ever so pleased, or I'm ever so pleased. I'm really chuffed, because I think it's important to MOT old cars, because especially ones that have been off the road for 15, 16 years in someone's front garden. Shoes and so on, and I think a bit of play in the steering rack, which is a Maxi, they'll do that, but yeah, she drives absolutely beautifully. I'm so pleased. Really comparable to my 1750 rod change. I don't know why the cable change is so slated because it drives really nicely, but they must have had reasons. So, but yeah, no, I'm very impressed with the way that she drives, and she starts up nicely. Let's get inside and get off the wind so you can possibly hear me if you want to. So that's better, isn't it? Why I chose Dungeness as a place to do a YouTube video, I don't know. Plus, I haven't got an external microphone, so sorry if you heard none of that. But yeah, we are in the Mars Bar Maxi, which was one of 25 cars given away by Mars in 1969 when the Maxi was launched. This car apparently has quite an unusual story insofar as it's alleged to be a Maxi prototype, a very early car which went to Portugal for testing before the Maxi was launched. So I've yet to find any definitive evidence that this is the case, but I've been told by people in the know in the Maxi Club that this is true, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of digging and find out. So if that is the case, then it'll be very interesting. I mean, it's probably one of the most important Maxis left, as it is, but if it's a you know, an original prototype, then that just increases its value, like Maxi value, even more. Not financial value, because I don't really care about that. If I cared about it, I wouldn't have done it, because this has cost me a small fortune to get to this stage as it is at the moment. But hey, it's not about the money, it's about the love for the cars. And this Maxi now survives, it's MOT'd, and I'm enjoying it. So let's start it up, shall we? There we go. Little 1500. And I'm so pleased with the way this drives. It drives really sweetly. I was quite surprised because I've only ever driven a cable changer very briefly at Oxford about, it was on the 50th birthday of the Maxi, so it was 6 years ago, and just had a little whiz round the block in a friend called Brendan's 1500 cable changer, which was very nice. But apart from that, I've never driven a cable changer, and I'm pleasantly surprised. It's really smooth, no trouble, rides nicely, drives nicely, changes nicely. There you go. Let's have a knob shot. A bit of a worn knob, but after 56 years and 95,000 miles, you can forgive a worn knob. You have to excuse the state of the interior because it's really just come back from the workshop, and it's come back today from the workshop, and I intend to give the whole car a damn good clean over the weekend and get it spruced up, give it a good polish. You know, there's bits on the car that are still a bit, you know, rough and ready. Not rough and ready, but it just wears its battle scars with pride, and I'm going to try and keep it that way. I'm going to do a bit of paint rectification, basically the bottom below the trim line. I might well paint the car below that area, mainly because it's had a lot of work and seals and welding and so on, and just keep it as it is above the trim line. So it's got a few little scabs and scratches and scars, but all in all it's in bloody good order for its years, and it's a beautiful little car. Really pleased. As I say, I'm so happy that this bit of Maxi history now survives, considering that it wasn't looking good. I think if we hadn't have stepped in, I think you know, ultimately it would have been scrapped, and that would have been a real shame. But it's here and it's on the road, it's MOT'd, and I'm a very happy bunny, as you can probably tell by my voice. So right, I do intend to make a better YouTube video over the weekend. I've got a microphone coming to me, so you might be able to hear a bit more of my muttering. So I do warn you, if you don't like them, don't tune in. But if you do, I will upload another video at the weekend. Thank you. Bye bye.